First Take fam, what's going on? This is like First Take After Dark. I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour. See our lovely set. You come along. Oh, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Crystal and Michael, who won the First Take Your Take contest. Going to debate Stephen A. and Max, and I need them to bring it to really school these guys. And also, I want to say Happy Thanksgiving. So, in terms of my Thanksgiving plans, let's talk about it for a second. We are working. We will be here for you. We want to be here for the fans tomorrow. So, I'll be here in the morning. We're going to talk about some football. Speaking of which, let's discuss those games. Cowboys, Redskins. Who you got, folks? I think it's going to be interesting. The Redskins are the first team that Dak will face twice. So in terms of their defense, they've had a look at him. I think the Cowboys are going to pull this one out. They're favored by 7, but big test, national stage. That's going to be exciting. You know what else is a big one? Here, come on over. Let's show them this other set. What shows do we shoot over here now?
Sports reporters?
Sports reporters. It used to be the countdown set, and now they upgraded to a new one. Other game, big one. Detroit Lions on the come up. They have been on a win streak. Matthew Stafford, the surprise of the year. And the Vikings, obviously, they started hot, kind of fell off, but that's going to be a really good matchup because it's battle for first place in the NFC North. Which way are people leaning? What are they saying there on Facebook Live?
Leaning to the Cowboys.
Let's show them the research question. What about the Vikings and the... See, our little research section over here. Got the TVs going on.
What are the chances of the Giants making the playoffs?
I think there's a real solid chance. The Giants are just behind the Cowboys. They have Cleveland this week. That would be a 6-game win streak, and their schedule is not too tough moving forward. What's the other matchup we have? Oh, this one's going to be interesting. We got the Colts and the Steelers.
Do you think Luck
and the deal with them, so Andrew Luck had the concussion supposedly, and people are saying it could be Scott Tolzien. Obviously, if Scott Tolzien plays, I think it's the Steelers. But regardless, I'm leaning towards the Steelers. Andrew Luck's a phenomenal player. I just don't think he has enough pieces around him against the black and yellow.
Do you think the Cowboys can go 15-1?
Could the Cowboys go 15? I wish I had their schedule in front of me. Did you hear on the show? So Michael Irvin came out and said you want them to win, and I was the only person at the desk that said, want them to lose, because I think there's something to be said like that 2007 Patriots team, and I know they lost their first game, but if you keep winning, like they need that loss where it's kind of they're broken down, they got to rebound, they got to reset, they got to refocus. So I get where he was going with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm all in on the Cowboys right now. Yeah, what's their schedule the rest of the way?
Redskins, Vikings,
okay,
Giants.
Redskins, Vikings. I think they could lose to the Giants, and I'm not just being a homer. They already have first game of the season.
Buccaneers,
Bucks, they should win. Yep. Lions will be tough, but they should win.
Eagles.
And I think they'll win that as well. I'm not as high on the Eagles bandwagon right now. What other questions do you have for me, people? Do we have any non-sports questions? Let's keep it classy.
What are you cooking for Thanksgiving?
Okay, let's talk about Thanksgiving. So I'm actually not that into turkey. I'm into the stuffing and I'm into the gravy and everything that comes with it, but the actual turkey, not that into it. One thing I'm going to be making, now a lot of people go sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie. I go pecan pie. And if you want to kick it up an extra notch, you put some chocolate chips in there. But I'm more about all the sides. The mac and cheese, the potatoes. What else am I forgetting? What else do we have, guys?
String beans.
String beans.
Yeah.
Beans.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do this year? I know it's super boring, but I'm going to do this Brussels sprout dish, but it's going to be good. Trust me, we're going to get people greens in. It's all about the Brussels sprouts. They got the fiber. You got to have something healthy. What are some other Thanksgiving? What are people saying? What are some other Thanksgiving favorites?
Sweet potato pie.
I want
stuffing.
people to know. You know what I want you to know? I can cook. So just because I'm there doing this little TV deal, trust me, I can cook. And as Stephen A. started the show off, he caught me eating curly fries the other day. I love to eat and I love to cook, and I'm a little bit of a homebody. I might have to take this Facebook Live into the kitchen sometime and show you how Molly Q throws down. What are some of people's favorites, Thanksgiving traditions?
Sweet potato pie, red velvet cake.
Oh,
yams,
red velvet. Oh,
with the ice cream.
So good, so good. That's next level. We got any other questions they want to ask me? Come on.
We could do sports. Will the Cleveland Browns win a game this season?
You know what? People were trying to clown me and say that they might against the Giants. Not buying it. What's their schedule? Cleveland. I don't know. We got to look at their schedule and then I could tell you.
Okay, move on to the
I
next
feel
one.
I feel bad for Cleveland right now though. Hugh Jackson, I know he's such a good guy. He's a phenomenal coach, and obviously we've seen the Bengals drop off. He was their offensive coordinator since they left. But it's a tough season. A lot of blows in that quarterback situation, and they have the first pick again this year. It's like what are these guys supposed to do with it? Maybe they can trade or pick somebody up, but that's obviously their hugest issue. And then the weapons. They don't really have many.
They got the Giants coming up.
No,
They got the Bengals,
not winning that.
the Bills,
Nope.
the Chargers,
Nope.
and the Steelers.
No. The only reason I'd almost give the Bengals a shot is because Marvin Lewis is so familiar. I know they're a way more talented team, but you never know. He's so familiar with Hugh Jackson and that kind of thing. So it could be interesting where Hugh might have like a leg up on knowing what Marvin thinks, because obviously that was his guy, as I just mentioned, and his offensive coordinator. But come on, it's like, and well, AJ Green is also hurt now. AJ Green with the hamstring
out this
injury,
season.
he's out. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd have to go right now based on the injury and based on the familiarity, the Cincinnati Bengals. We got time for one more? What do we have?
Warriors or Cavs in the finals?
I'm going Cavs. I'm going Cavs. There's some, I know everybody is like, it's a foregone conclusion. And Stephen A is all lamenting the fact, like, I can't believe the Warriors are going to ruin the season for us. I would not be shocked if another team snuck in there and it wasn't necessarily the Warriors Cavs. Does anybody agree with me on this?
What do you
like,
think
can
it'll be?
anybody see like the Spurs jumping in there and another team, not out of the East, but out of the West? It wouldn't totally shock me. I'm not wishing injury on anybody, but you never know.
You think Oklahoma City could be the team?
I don't. I just don't think they have enough. And I think Russ is going to try to will them all the way, but I think they're short a piece. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Here, give them one more studio set. It's all cleared off. I'm going to call this First Take After Dark. The other thing I need to know from all you is we're going to be doing more of these. Tell me what kind of questions you want to answer, what we want to do. We don't want them to be stale. It's my time to connect with my First Take family. If we don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Please watch us tomorrow morning. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody who is involved in the contest. And we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. And don't forget, January 3rd, we're moving over to ESPN from ESPN2. So set your DVRs on that channel. Bye-bye. Facebook Live. Good day. Thank you so much for joining us. Stephen A., we're lucky enough to get a few moments with you. We are 3 days away, my friend, from my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What is it? What goes down at the Smith house on Thanksgiving?
Food, football, and family.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that. But you know, for me, it's the one day where I feel like I have rights.
Okay.
Because everybody knows I'm not cooking. I mean, I got 4 older sisters. I got 8 nieces and nephews. Figure it out. I mean, you can call me whatever
Do
you
you
want.
lift a finger?
Well, first of all, I pay for everything. That's number one.
Okay.
Secondly,
So you contribute.
secondly, I provide the house that
Okay.
everybody's doing this
Contributing
in.
again.
You know, so I mean, because of that, and not only that, I also provide transportation. I make
Really?
sure, you know, my sisters and my mama got car service
That's
to and
what I'm
from.
talking
you know,
about.
my mama's my queen, so I take care of her, and she makes me take care of my sisters. So as a result of that, that's how it goes. I have no rights
Look at
whatsoever. But once I get there, I got my turkey wings. See, I don't like just the turkey. I like turkey wings.
Do you guys fry it or no?
Bake it.
Okay.
Bake it. We got the turkey
want the
wings.
wings?
I got my macaroni and cheese. I got my yam, my candy yams. I got my mama. I call them my mama biscuits by Abigail. I got that from the show Martin. We said my mama biscuits, but Abigail makes my mama biscuits. So we do that. And then outside of that, you know, I got plenty of room in the house so everybody can enjoy themselves. No one's allowed in my bedroom.
Okay.
I'm in there. That's where my 4K TV is, and I like to watch my.
Wait,
football.
time out. You don't go on Thanksgiving up in the bedroom though, and ditch everybody.
No, I do ditch everybody when I'm eating, when I'm eating, and when
Is anyone allowed in the bedroom?
Well.
Oh, I don't mean it like that, yeah.
I will say this. My cousin Derek,
Okay.
My brother-in-law Odie, and you know my boys Cardell and the crew, people like that. They're allowed. Like we got a little man cave in the basement,
Yeah.
but since there's so many people over there, I let them come up to my bedroom. We could chill,
Yeah.
you know, because outside of that, I don't want anybody there. I don't want any kids up in there.
Okay.
I don't want anybody. I don't want my little nieces. Nope. All of y'all stay out downstairs, enjoy yourself. Do not bother me. And as long as you don't bother me, we good.
How many people at Casa Smith?
This year, I'm expecting about 50.
Yeah.
50. I'm not happy about that. That's totally my mother. My mother wanted me to allow all of these folks to come. I'm not happy about
These
it.
folks, aka his family.
I don't like it. I don't like it, but I do have a big family. I got relatives flying in from Florida. I got relatives flying in from St. Thomas.
It's Florida when you're from New York. The rest of the world says Florida.
Florida, that's right. But my mom is like, look, this is what I want, and you're gonna do what I ask you to do.
Love it.
Even though she's not really asking, she's telling me, and she is the one woman that is the complete boss of me.
Okay.
So what she says goes, and I have to conform.
Good. I love it. Last question, though. You didn't mention dessert. Please tell me you're not one of those annoying people that doesn't like dessert.
No, I like my dessert, but see, my mother bakes these beef patties,
Okay.
and she makes like the coconut tart.
Yep.
You know, because she's West Indian. So what happens is, like, let's say, for example, you got all of these relatives there, and, you know, she'll make about 20 pies and all of that other stuff. You do stuff like that. She knows there's a certain amount that's set aside just for me. And anybody touches, I'll throw them out my house.
The baby.
I'll throw them out my
Stephen
house.
A.
They better not
I need
mess
the
with
pies.
Maybe-
Pecan pie, sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie.
When
apple.
I finish eating my portion,
Yep.
if I want to share some of that portion,
Oh.
I will decide. But there's a certain portion that must be set aside for me. Okay? And if it's not, we're going to have a problem.
Listen, I think it's fair. You take care of them, they take care of you. It all works out.
They
It's
do.
family.
They do.
All right.
They do.
So, let's hit these 3 games fast, and then I'll let you get on your way because you have your radio show shortly.
Okay.
Minnesota, Detroit, a lot on the line in this one. They're battling for first place in the NFC North. How do you see this one playing out?
I think Detroit's going to beat them.
So do I.
Minnesota's defense is elite, but their offense is suspect, and I think that Detroit's been finding ways to win. Jim Caldwell is a guy that I thought was going to be on shaky ground. I think he's doing an outstanding job over the last several weeks. Matt Stafford deserves a lot of credit. I can't believe how good he has looked,
Without
considering Megatron retired. But it just shows that when you got an elite guy, maybe your mistake was that you were targeting him and it was relatively predictable instead of going in a different direction. I think now that we're seeing what we're seeing from Matt Stafford, we got to give credit where credit is due. If they could only get a consistent running game, things would be a lot better. But I do believe that at this particular juncture, they are better than Minnesota as a complete team. I think defensively they're decent enough. I think offensively they're better. And I think that they can put a hat on Sam Bradford because Minnesota's offensive line is shaky. And that's going to be enough. But Minnesota's defense was all over Carson Palmer yesterday. I mean, he got hit like 23 times. I mean, he's definitely spending some time in the training room today. He got beat up pretty bad yesterday. That can't happen to Matthew Stafford.
And the momentum going in the right direction, finally getting a win for the Vikings after that hot start, and then they were on a losing streak there. Let's get into, this one you're going to have circled. No one can talk to Stephen A, I know, during this one. Washington at Dallas. Oh. Gotta be the Cowboys,
it pains
right?
me to say, yeah, it's gotta be. I mean, listen, the Cowboys, they deserve credit. They'll lose eventually. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They're not winning the Super Bowl. So thank goodness that's not going to happen. But during the regular season, I mean, I have to admit that, I mean, the Redskins can beat them. They can surprise them, and they can end up beating them on Thanksgiving Day. I just think the way these Cowboys are rolling right now on their home turf on Thanksgiving in a short week, I don't see that happening. Remember, the Redskins played on Sunday night, and now you're going to play Thursday. It's only a few hours difference, but it still matters because of the quick turnaround. I definitely think that this is a game to pick the Cowboys, but, I mean, I don't mind picking them 1 week during the regular season. They just damn well better not go to the Super Bowl.
It'd be interesting to see also how Dak responds on that short week. Less preparation for him now, turning it around. Still.
I think, it'll be a test, but I think if they're running the football more, then it won't matter. The Redskins are going to have to defend against the run, force him to put the ball in the air, and see what he can do on that regard. And more importantly, the offense is going to have to step up and put Dallas behind the 8 ball, put Dallas in a position where they're going to have to come from behind and make things happen as opposed to playing with house money. I think if you put Dallas in that kind of precarious situation, let's see how they respond.
And last one here, Pittsburgh, your Steelers at Indianapolis.
I'm picking my Steelers. I don't believe in Indianapolis' defense, although I don't believe in the Steelers either in terms of their defense, but I do believe that this 4-game losing streak hurt them immensely. They came back. You know, they didn't look that impressive against Cleveland, but they ultimately got it done. I just think it's one of those situations where Big Ben Roethlisberger and that offense has to get going. I see a potential shootout in this, but I also think that the Steelers could walk away victoriously. I can see the Steelers winning the game like this, like 41-38.
First Take fam, just a heads up, before Stephen A has his 53 people over and all of that, we will have First Take. We're going to have regular show Thursday and Friday through the holiday. We will be here. And also, you can always send us your questions on Facebook Live, but also you can call Stephen A. His radio show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Radio, Channel 82, 1 to 3 Eastern, Monday through Friday. No,
888 Mad Dog
delve a
6.
little
That's
deeper.
888-623-3646.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you.
Don't. By the way, you will get cussed out if you're disrespectful.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Stephen A.